about what the teenager is dressed like. Today you're going to meet mothers and some other family members who say, I just cannot stand it. In this case, it's far out. They look like a freak, or so says the mothers. I want you to meet Helen. Helen calls her 19-year-old son, John, a cross between a punk rocker and a space alien. She says that when people see John walking down the street, they don't know if they should scream or just run and hide. Now, Helen, give us your description of what John looks like.
John looks like a cross between a punk rocker and a Smurf.
Why does he look like a Smurf?
He dyed his hair blue, Sally.
Not for us.
No. John just did this on his own. He dyed his hair blue. He looks outrageous, totally outrageous. What hair that he has left after the other things that he did?
What happened? Tell us some of the things he's done. What do you mean?
Oh, Sally, you wouldn't believe. John decided that he wanted to have his hair look like Michael Jackson's.
Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
Is John white or?
Yeah, John is white as can be, and he's got blonde hair, but he loved the way that Michael Jackson's hair looked.
Wait, he's white with blonde hair, and he wants to look like Michael Jackson?
He wanted his hair to look like Michael Jackson's hair, so John decided he was going to dye his hair. He didn't need any help from anybody, so he did this on his own. We didn't know he was going to dye his hair. I would have stopped him, obviously.
Right.
But he was still in school when he did this, so John one day came home from school with his hair dye in his pocket and went and dyed his hair. Well, he dyed his hair all right. He also dyed his ears. He had one eyebrow going.
It looks like Bubbles' long-lost family.
Across the top of his head. The hair's inside his nose holes. The only way I can describe, all this dye got all over everything. We have a fireplace in our living room, and our cat got stuck up in the flue of the chimney. And I had to pull the cat out of the chimney, and all you could see was a little white of the eyes, and that's what John looked like. He needed to straighten his hair, so he decided after he colored it this wasn't bad enough. He was going to straighten his hair. So he got this stuff that you straighten hair with. He then again didn't tell us that he was going to do this. So he put it on his head. He laid down in bed, and he forgot that it was on his head, and he fell asleep.
Oh, no.
Well, he straightened his hair all right. It was straight right on the pillow in the bed, not on his head. So
he lost all of his hair in
every
bed?
single hair on his head. He had to go to school like Aunt Jemima. He had a...
Wow. All right, let's take a look at John for ourselves. John, would you please come on out?
I don't believe this.
John, I like the bracelets. They could you take off your hat for us?
Show them the back.
It's kind of interesting. Why are we dressed like this, John? Or why do we have blue hair?
Because I want the attention.
People they give you a lot of attention. They make all kinds of assumptions about you. What kind of assumptions do they make?
Basically that I'm some kind of weirdo or freak or...
He's going to kill their cat.
Going to kill their cat?
And I'm going to go slaughter their animals at their house.
All right.
Look at those
he refused to be in his wedding party. There was a wedding party?
Yeah, Sally. One of John's older brothers was getting married. He was having a beautiful wedding, church wedding, the flowers, and they were wearing white tuxedos. John would not wear the white tuxedo. Not even for one day he wouldn't wear the white tuxedo.
Why? It's your brother's wedding.
I just wasn't in the mood.
You weren't in the mood. No. John, what about the fact that it makes your mother? Tell John how you feel.
John, I'm really upset. Well, you know, Sally, when I look back at the wedding party, we had such a beautiful wedding. I look back at this picture, and I have my whole family in this wedding party, and there's no picture of John. And it might not mean a lot, you know, it didn't mean a lot today to John, but when I look back 10 years from now, it's like a piece of my life is missing.
I had to work for the wedding, remember? Remember I had to work 7 to 4?
Yeah, but they got married at 6, John.
All right. Let's hear from another mom. This is Becky.
He's like, I
Becky
can't
is the mother
stand
of
this
Ginny,
wench.
who's waiting backstage. Becky, we asked each mother to describe their child. Describe Ginny's appearance.
Jenny Rebecca looks like Rainbow Bright. She does. She has turquoise blue and purple hair right now. And Jenny draws flowers on her face on a daily basis.
Uh-huh.
That's what she looks like.
She's a flower child.
She's a flower child in more ways than one.
Let's see what Ginny looks like. Ginny, come on out.
It's me, but a lot grungier.
Okay. Ginny, you have some interesting hair colors.
And
I would say about every color of hair I've ever seen. Why do you like to look like this?
It's beautiful. Look.
Well, it's pretty interesting. You told us you've dyed your hair more than 20 times.
Whoa, my gosh.
You name it. I don't think it's been hot pink.
Not been hot pink.
No, not yet.
I'm sure that you draw attention when you walk around. Do you like to draw attention?
Of course.
You do?
Yeah. I couldn't have it any other way.
No, some of us just like to blend in. Is the idea to shock people?
I don't know, I guess. Somewhat.
Somewhat. You told our producer that your mother is embarrassed to be seen in public with you.
Yeah, I can't get her. Like, she has to go, like, if I want clothes, I have to go put them on hold at the store, and then the next day she'll come in and pay for them because they don't want
The freaks
hair.
get incredible makeovers.
I mean, are you a single mom bringing up a daughter alone?
Yes.
Oh, God.
How does it make you feel?
Breaks my heart.
It does. Why? Let's be serious for a moment. Why?
Jenny Rebecca has always been the light of my life, and it's very difficult to look at her like this. It's very hard.
I understand that. You have one child, you're
And this
not
is it.
married, and this is it.
Yep.
And this is the light of your
And I
life.
do love her.
Early
But it's hard to
90s,
look
huh?
Sure. And especially
Look at
the
those
way other
shoulder
people
pads.
talk, right?
Oh, yeah. And look at her. Oh, flying in yesterday.
What happened?
The planes were late. The radar was down in Chicago, so we were just like 2 minutes, and we had to just like jet on. And there is this gentleman who looks up in first class, and he sees Jenny Rebecca, and his mouth just goes, "Pachunk!" You know? And then he looks at me, and then he looks back at her, and then he looks back at me as if, where did you go wrong? What did you do?
Yeah.
You know?
Dumb bitch.
And I looked back at him, and it just looked square in the eye, and I said, "How are you doing today?" And of course, he's not going to say anything back, but you know, you do get that feeling, and it's not a good one.
No.
It's not.
Gosh.
What are you thinking?
Well, she basically said we were wondering how she felt about this, but I mean, if you love your mother, she's being disrespected in the public's view for your benefit to be different.
Oh, my gosh.
You understand what she's saying? She's saying, you're getting your jollies out of it.
Really pretty if you had normally whatever your color hair was. Go that direction.
But see, that's pretty in your eyes. That's all of your eyes. All that matters is I feel.
Okay, pretty's not the word. Different. If you wanted to be different, just enhance your normal looks that your mother and God gave you.
Where's your daddy, bro?
Please stay with us. You got to see
What's your dad like?
Rodney got embarrassed. See, he wears all that, but when you go to talking, he can't handle it. So he started walking back and forth. You know, he started doing all them transvestical moves on him.
It's people like you that ruin all these people's futures. Yes, it is. Sit down, you.
Whoa, did I just come across a great episode of Puppet here?